It is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we take a look at some movies that helped with our gay awakening, especially back in the 1980s. Why is that important? Because back in the 1980s and 1990s, LGBTQ representation wasn't on the same level it is today. So we had to use our imagination and look for coded messages in movies. And no, I'm not using AI narration like some people may have suggested in the comments. I do still narrate my own videos. With that being said, let's head over towards the rainbow and take a look at another gay awakening.
Deathstalker 2. Duel of the Titans.
It's time to look back at the guys you had a crush on and help with your gay awakening. So come on!
Forget about high art epiphanies. Sometimes a late night VHS, a bargain bin fantasy flick, and a very charismatic sword wielding guy is enough. And for a surprising number of viewers, John Terlesky in Deathstalker 2 worked like a shortcut to queer recognition. It was difficult to choose between Deathstalker 1 and 2, but then I remembered John Terlesky's memorable scene in Chopping Mall from 1986. And Deathstalker 2 was the hands down winner. Let's talk about aesthetics. Sword and sorcery films put the male body front and center. Big swords, minimal armor, and lots of shirtless heroics. Scholars who study the genre point out how these films are designed to display masculine physiques as spectacle. Deathstalker 2 turns that up, but with a wink. Terlesky's grin, the camera's lingering, the campy production design. It's like the movie knows it's grooming us. Now, mix in campiness, the affectionate love of pretense, theatricality and exaggeration. Susan Sontag's notes on camp laid much of the groundwork for thinking about why queer audiences treasure this kind of over-the-top fun. For closeted viewers in the 1980s, campy fantasy films offered coded spaces to enjoy male beauty and intimacy without the language of representation that mainstream media denied them. John Terlesky wasn't just muscle. Critics and later commentators noted that his charisma and playful on-screen presence made him feel warmer and more mischievous than a lumbering Conan type. That accessibility made him an easier mirror for curious viewers. In other words, he made it feel okay to notice him. Now, I'm not saying that every guy that saw Deathstalker 2 had a life-changing revelation, but for many closeted men, especially in the 1980s, when queer images were scarce, a single recurring experience could crystallize something latent. That experience typically combined a visually striking male body, a tone that invited playful longing instead of shame, and repeat viewings late at night or with friends. Over time, those small, private reactions add up to a clarity. You'll find the sparks in moments the movie isn't trying to be subtle about. Tight close-ups, the lingering shirtless chest, or a quip delivered with a flash of teeth. Those exact beats are the ones that replayed in memory, and when somebody rewatches it on VHS or at a friend's place, the effect compounds. In the pre-streaming era, access to representation was scarce, and the places queer people found themselves, late-night slots, rental store bins, midnight cinemas, were important scaffolding for identity. John Terlesky's Deathstalker 2 didn't set out to make people come out. It did something maybe more powerful for some viewers. It created a tiny, private space to notice, to rehearse desire, and to meet yourself without a script. That's how certain B-movies became unexpectedly important. Not because they change everything at once, but because they change one night, one rewatch, one person at a time. If you had a moment like this, let me know in the comments and let's expand the Gay Awakening library. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and a subscription would be nice. You can also check out some of the other great videos on my channel.